All right, Navy folks.
Yeah.
No surf too rough, no muff too tough, we dive at noon. Go Navy! And I particularly love submariners. When there's a war, absolutely brother, when there's a war you guys get to go deep and you stay there. Yeah, the war I was in, I dug in deep and prayed for clean underwear. Obviously you were a lot smarter. You know, I love all these military bases I've been to, and I'm always impressed with the leadership that the bases have. Before the show started, I was visiting with one of the commanders here at the base, and we determined that the two of us have something very much in common. Because of our age, we have had so many prostate exams that when we hear our pants hit the floor, we immediately bend over and we back up. And they're right, Admiral. It's funny, you got a beautiful base here. And speaking of beautiful bases, I was at an Army base not long ago, and I was at the chow hall with these soldiers that just got back from the Middle East. And I said, fellas, I gotta ask you, you're over there for a long time, the only women you see are wrapped up like beekeepers, it's gotta be lonely. How do you handle this? I swear, one of the soldiers off was up, well, I tried to make love to a camel once. You've got to be kidding me. How did that work out? Not very good. Unless you're a black dude, the stools are way too short. I love the Army guys, the Marines, the Navy. It's great. You know, you might not recognize me without my cardboard sign, but I'm a combat veteran of the Vietnam era. And I can see that's still an unpopular war. I dig it. I understand. There were over 3 million of us that went over there, and over 60% of them, including myself, volunteered to go. Dummy. My first base, I was based at Phong Dong Bong. Right next to Fang Bang Dang. Down by the Mekong. It was there I developed a real appreciation for the Vietnamese ladies. Oh, they were hardworking, low budgetary requirements. They come up to you and go, hey, I'm Vietnamese. We can go boom boom all day long, $5. Fellas, I'm married to an Asian lady now, and they cost quite a bit more than that. Got something you can all relate to. This is good. We'll kind of hang there. Being in a gunfight with the enemy is pretty serious stuff. Very stressful. Some of the guys in my squadron, they turned to drugs and alcohol. Personally, I never hit the booze until I became an airline captain. Yeah, those are the days. I do have PTSD. I'm not proud of it. It sounded like I was proud of it. It's ugly, nasty crap. But the VA rated me on a 1 to 7, 7 being horrible. They rated me a 5. Until they found out how much money my wife spends at Macy's, and they bumped me to a 6. Yeah. The therapist says to me, well, Gary, you've got this so bad, I gotta ask you, what do you do to feel good about yourself? Well, I spent a lot of time watching the movie, reality TV show Hoarders. And I spent a lot of time at Walmart. She said, well, you know, you've got this so bad. You were talking about you have nightmares in your sleep and you're screaming and you don't wake up. You qualify for a service dog. I go, what? Yeah, it's not a joke. We got dogs for people like you. When they hear you screaming, they're trained to get up, turn on the bedroom light, and they come back to your side of your bed and they bark till you wake up. Well, that's pretty cool, but my wife kind of does the same thing. Thank you, my guy, I like you. All right, baby. When she hears me screaming, she jumps out of bed, flips on the bedroom light, blasts me with her taser. I'm good. I'm good. It's been a while, and you may have forgotten, but many of us were sprayed with this horrible chemical called Agent Orange. sprayed from aircraft. It was a chemical that dissolved the leaves in jungles so you could see the enemy better. Well, the downside of that awful stuff is that not only did it affect us personally, it messed with our DNA. So later, when we became parents, some of our kids were born with some pretty interesting birth defects. My second son was born with 2 peckers. Can you believe that? It's okay to laugh. It's all right. And I thought that was funny as hell until I saw that it was dangling where his nose ought to be. Oh, it freaked out his mom. Freaked her out. We got the little guy in the bassinet. The neighbors want to come on over to see the new arrival at the Jones house. They go, whoa, what are you going to name him? Well, we're kind of leaning towards Naval. That's not very original. Maybe not, but it'd be Speckerface. Now, how it affected myself personally, folks, is one of my nuts is a whole lot bigger than the other 2. Well, at least you're laughing. I was in Arkansas last week and I had to explain it. And those who only 2 of them, you don't know what you're missing. Even that third of the bathtub stopper works pretty damn good too. And you're going to be a fun crowd tonight. This is a fun already. And my surprise to know, before I was making the gigantic big bucks as a road comedian, I was an airline captain. Truly, folks, that's what I did for like 30-some-odd years. Airline employees will tell you across the board that when passengers check in their bags, they check in their brains. They don't listen, they don't pay attention, they get on a wrong airplane. And they never listen to the important safety briefing that the flight attendant's given. Out of desperation, the flight attendant comes up in the cockpit and she says, Captain Gary, would you please give the briefing because these people just aren't listening to me. He says, all right, I'm going to mess with them. She says, I don't care. Now, on this particular day, we're flying from Atlanta, Georgia to Chicago. Atlanta, Georgia to Chicago. Sarah, for those that weren't listening, where are we departing from and where are we going? Oh, the Admiral's going to love you. All right, that's all right. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, from the pointy end of the aircraft, this is your captain speaking. I want to walk you aboard Fuddrucker Flight 69 to Elko, Nevada. Flight time to Elko today will be 10 minutes. Because Elko, brothels are legal there, instead of the flight attendants passing out popcorn, pretzels, and pop, they'll be handing out condoms and penicillin. You're a little slow, but you get it. I like your laughter. You're just all right, lady. And this is a comedy club. We're here to have a good time, and that's what we want to bring laughter to all of you folks. The condom selection today is the thin, the ultra thin, and my personal favorite, the ribbed orgasmic screaming condom. I wear mine wrong side up. I'm selfish. With that, the flight attendant comes up from the flight deck and she says, Captain Gary, have you ever considered a career as a stand-up comedian? Hey. Oh, before we bring these other 2 fellows up, they're just very, very funny. A couple of questions. Do we have any parents in the house tonight, or guys that have kids they might be aware of? Okay, so we got some parents, that's cool. By a show of hands, how many of you think being a parent's an easy job? Ha! There's my pot smoker back by the bar. It's a tough deal, isn't it? I had 4 wonderful sons, and I had recently a wow moment. I was invited to my son's change of command ceremony, where he's going to become squadron commander of the medical division. I went there, holy smokes, hundreds of people, generals giving talks, stars and stripes. We even sang the national anthem. Nobody took a knee. Thank you. Last time I did that joke, I got a standing ovation, but your applause is certainly much appreciated. Thank you. And after it was over, I said to my son, I'm just so flippin' proud of you. I don't know what the heck to even say. Well, Dad, I'm a successful officer because of the example you set to me as a dad growing up. Yeah, you had a great work ethic, from time to time, you set us all down and let us know that there's no such thing as entitlement. If you want something, get off your butt and work for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, one guy. But the last thing is what really made me very successful in the military. What? Yeah, it told us, don't be a dick. By a show of hands, how many of you have had to work with a dick? Oh, really? Really? And here I thought I was alone. Holy smokes. Maybe afterwards we can get together and have like a little therapy session. What do you think? There we go. One woohoo. I love it. Listen, I'm going to see. Where's my other comedian? Is he here yet? Dun, 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 dun. I'll send up a smoke flare. Okay, well, he's not doing that. Well, I'll go just a few more minutes and we'll bring him up. How's that sound okay to you? Okay, very good. Marrying my wife was the best thing I ever did for myself. On most days. Thank you, one guy. And she's a hottie. She's such a beautiful, beautiful lady. We're going out to dinner. She comes out of the bedroom all dolled up and she says, honey, how does this dress make my ass look? I go, honey, you're only a fart away from being a Kardashian. Well, I'm glad you thought it was funny. That was equivalent to saying, I don't want sex for a long, long time. And she's adventuresome too. She introduced me to this lubricant called Astroglide. Have you guys tried that stuff out? It really loosens things up, I'm here to tell you. She's on her knees. She's got a gob of Astroglide on the palm of her hand. I'm thinking, shit, she's gonna go gangsta on me. She did, but not on me. She put the Astroglide in the kitchen cabinet so they don't squeak anymore.